Thank you to the U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association for this induction into the NCAA Division III Athlete Hall of Fame. It's an honor to be included with such an amazing group of athletes. Thinking back on all the people that have played a role in shaping me into the NCAA athlete that I became has really been a great opportunity to reflect on some wonderful people and some great memories. Going back to where it all started, first I'd like to thank Coach Joe Sinecrope of Suffield High School in Connecticut. I still vividly remember my first season competing in track and field. It was the indoor track and field season my junior year of high school. I remember running workouts down the hallways of our high school. I can remember countless times of slipping on dust on the hallway floors and crashing into lockers. It was quite an experience. I remember my first track meet that season. We competed in a high school gym on a flat 100-meter track around a basketball court. I started that season running the 55-meter dash, and I finished the season running what was a more appropriate event for my skill set, the 800 meters. Coach Sinecrope played not only a role in shaping me early in my track and field career, but he also played a role in getting me to Trinity College. Coach Sinecrope had played football for the Trinity College Bantams many, many years before and encouraged me to look at the school. Next, I'd like to thank Coach George Suter of Trinity College. Coach Suter really helped develop me as a track and field athlete, made me a better athlete and a better person. Coach Suter really knew how to push me in a positive way to always get the best out of myself on every given day. Without his role, I don't think I would have become the track and field athlete and runner that I've become. Next, I'd like to thank all of my teammates at Trinity College, all the miles that we put in together, all of the hours on the track or in the gym, in the ice bath, all the adventures that we went on. My teammates always knew how to keep things lighthearted and fun, but also push each other to be our best. Finally, I'd like to thank my parents. They have always been great supporters in any endeavor I've wanted to take on and have always encouraged me to follow my passions. My parents always worked hard to attend every track and field meet or cross-country race that they could. They couldn't be at everything, but I remember my junior year of college, indoor track and field season. I felt like I was in really good shape that season and might have a chance to win an NCAA title. And unfortunately, leading into the indoor track and field championships that winter, my father was in Korea on a business trip and was going to miss the opportunity to attend the meet and hopefully see me do well. And I remember he surprised me and showed up at Ohio Northern University about 15 minutes before the 1500 meter prelim started. He had traveled more than 24 hours from Korea to Ada, Ohio to watch the meet. I went on to win that prelim, and the following day I won my first NCAA title in the 1500 meters. Very shortly after the race, my dad had to zip out of there and go back and catch a flight back to Korea. But it really meant a lot to have that support and encouragement. And overall, I could go on and on with many stories from my NCAA years at Trinity College and all the great memories. And I don't want to bore you with that, but I would like to just again say thank you to the U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association for this induction into the Athlete Hall of Fame. It's truly an honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you to the USTFCCCA Coaches Association and the NCAA for this award. I am honored and humbled to be receiving this award this year When I received the call, I was so excited. I got off the phone and started telling my husband about it, and the next person I called was my mother. And I said, "Mom, do you remember when I was running track and you and Dad used to travel to the track meets on weekends, and you'd come and watch and you would cheer, and it was so great to have you there?" And I started telling her about the award, and she said, "Yeah, I remember." And she got a little emotional, and I got a little emotional, and she said, "Oh, your father would be so proud." And I agree with her. He would be very proud, and unfortunately he passed in 2020, but he was such a strong supporter, as was the rest of my family. And I thank them for that, and I thank them. They are a big part of why I was so successful and I'm receiving this award. I also want to thank my Central College family. President of the college at that time was Dr. Ken Weller, and he was part of developing the Division III college philosophy and for athletes and for students. And he was such a strong supporter of all of the women and male athletes that we had at Central College. It was so nice to have such a broad support across the campus. And also to Larry Hopple, a sports information director, and his team for nominating me for this award. I've known Larry Hopple since I was running at Central College, and he is amazing and does amazing work, and I'm really glad that he is part of this award, as well as he is part of the success of many of the athletic teams at Central as well. Then I also had to go through some pictures and look at some pictures and find some to send in, and I have such great memories of running track in college, and great memories of our team. Our coach, Jane Kors, was fun and amazing, and we had such a tremendous group of women athletes that were on the team. Distance runners, sprinters, field events. It was absolutely amazing. And the first year that Division III held their sanctioned track meet for men and women, I had the honor of being on the team of women that won that first team championship. And I have such great memories of the women on that team. And they taught me so much about being a competitor, about being a student, and being a person. And I thank all of them from the bottom of my heart for the time that we spent together, and all of the fun, and all the challenges that we faced together. So this is an amazing award for me. Again, I'm very honored and humbled to be the Division III Athlete Hall of Fame inductee this year. And thank you again. It means so much to me.
I would like to thank the USTFCCCA Selection Committee for all the work they do, and for giving inductees a moment to recognize those who helped them on their respective journeys. For me, my journey starts with my faith and my family. They are the entities that have molded me into who I am today, and for that I am eternally grateful. My track and field journey started with my high school football coach, Coach Sam Turner, put a shot in my hands and introduced me to the sport. I want to thank him for his instruction and guidance all through my high school years. I want to thank the late Coach Britton, as well as Coaches Monroe, Gata, and all the other coaches who either provided me words of wisdom or encouragement, or both. I also want to thank all of my high school teammates who trained with me, especially Stuart Littlewood. It is always easier and more fun to work on your craft with others who want the same goals. I want to thank all the trainers, strength and conditioning coaches who helped play a part in helping me improve each day. Now we move to the MIT part of my journey, and you cannot mention MIT track and field without mentioning Coach Houston Taylor. He built a program by setting high expectations and demanding excellence. I want to thank him for creating an environment that allowed us to thrive. I also want to take this time to congratulate him on his recent induction into the USTFCCCA Coaches Hall of Fame. It is well deserved. I want to thank coaches Todd Chamoy, Chris Hickey, and Fletcher Brooks for their expertise. Each of you brought something different to coaching, but you all helped me become the best thrower I could be. I want to thank my fellow throwers, especially Chris Kahn. I really appreciate our summer training sessions. You pushed me beyond my limits and helped me reach new heights. I want to thank everyone at MIT behind the scenes who helped make life better for college athletes, the medical trainers, and everyone in the athletic department. Your hard work did not go unnoticed. I want to take time to thank all of my teammates. Track and field was a large part of my college experience, and you all were a part of that. I want to thank all the other college athletes that I competed against. I hope I brought out the best in you as you did with me. Thank you once again to everyone everywhere who had any part of my journey. I am deeply grateful to close out my track and field journey with this honor. Thank you and God bless.
Good evening. It is an honor and a privilege to be inducted into the NCAA Division III Athletic Hall of Fame class of 2023. First, I want to tell you a little bit about my journey from high school to college and to where I am now. I grew up in Syracuse, New York, and I lived in public housing for most of my life. My mother and father, who never finished high school, provided for all of us and encouraged us not to be a product of our environment. I had big dreams of being a basketball player, but as you know, at 5'9", I was the little guy who never got chosen for the pickup games at the basketball court. I knew I had some athletic ability because I was able to dunk two hands being 5'9". A lot of people saw that and they just thought it was the greatest thing in the world. But I still wanted to play basketball. So one day my coach, John Smith, who was the track and field coach and the football coach for our high school, saw me playing basketball and saw me dunk on 3 people. And so he said to me, "Hey, I can make you a high jumper." And I was like, "I don't really know what the high jump is." He said, "I'll show you." So I practiced and practiced and practiced, and finally I was able to go to some competitions in the area. My athletic uniform was a tank top, athletic shorts, and high-top canvas Nike sneakers. I ended up winning a lot of the competitions, and by my senior year, I had jumped 6 feet 11 inches. I had a lot of scholarship offers from across the country, but I chose to go to SUNY Fredonia, which was a track powerhouse. They had won 20 state titles in a row, and I was privileged to be on 4 of those championship teams. The success that I had in college wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for my coach, Jim Ulrich, who always encouraged me and challenged me to be better. I ended up being a 4-time All-American. I was the first national champion at the indoor championships for Division III. Unfortunately, my senior year, after I jumped 7 feet 4 1/4 inches, I got injured, and my career was over. I graduated from college, and my GPA didn't necessarily was competitive to go to graduate school. So I worked full-time for 7 years and decided to go back and get my master's degree. I went to Alfred University and got my Master's of Education in College Student Development. When I graduated after Alfred, I got a job working at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, where I've been the academic counselor for 20 years for the track and field team. My academic experience and my athletic experience I use to inspire and motivate my student athletes to be successful. Some of them start out slow, but a lot of them go on to graduate school, are employed at prestigious companies, and really do well after college. In the last 6 months, my life has been challenging. In October 2022, I was diagnosed with stage 4 prostate cancer. So it's been a very difficult journey for me. But I don't think I could have done it without the loving support of my family and my friends. My wife Esther has been there for every moment of what I have had to go through. The love and support I received from my 5 children, my twin daughters Kayla and Maya, Marley, Healy, and my son Stefan, has helped me get through this. I have friends who always give me words of encouragement each day. Casey, Nate, Darren, Linwood, and Terry. I appreciate you. My message is, you're always going to come up against some of the hardest things in your life, but you have to persevere, you have to be resilient, and you have to think positive that everything is going to work out. So again, I want to thank the committee and all those who have supported me throughout the years and throughout my life. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you to the selection committee for this great honor. And thanks, Coach Pete Farnwell, for nominating me and for all of your support over the years. Congratulations on your retirement this year. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for my throws coach at Williams, Fletcher Brooks. You helped me to realize that I wanted to throw at the collegiate level, and that specifically I wanted to be on your throws team. Thank you for being a wonderful human being and for all of the extraordinary coaching and support throughout my 4 years. I loved my time on the track and field team at Williams. I loved that I didn't have to choose between being an academic, an athlete, and an activist. I think that the opportunity to train and compete at a high level while also pursuing academic excellence and contributing to the world around me helped to shape who I was and who I've become. My wife likes to tell the story of how one day when our daughter was about a year old and particularly fussy, she overheard me taking our daughter into the other room to soothe her, saying, "Let's go look at Baba's trophies." Now, I don't actually make it a habit of showing people my trophies, but I am happy that my daughter will grow up knowing that I accomplished some pretty awesome things in a throwing circle. It's important to me, as a person who's always been taller and bigger than most of the people around me, that being a thrower in college helped me to build a positive relationship with my body, its size and its strength. And I want to see that happen for girls and non-binary people through sports as well. Collegiate athletics can contribute so much to athletes and to the world more broadly when they put people first. In order for that to be the case, though, we must ensure that there is no place in sports for sexual harassment and abuse, for racism, for homophobia, or for transphobia. In addition, as Christina Sherwin mentioned last year in her acceptance speech, we must work to address the mental health and well-being needs of athletes at all levels. Thank you again to the committee for selecting me, and congratulations to those who joined me this year in accepting our Hall of Fame nominations.
Hello. Wow, what a tremendous honor to be inducted into this year's USTFCCCA Division III Hall of Fame. I'd like to thank my friend and teammate Jason Fast for the nomination, and I'd like to thank the USTFCCCA Hall of Fame Committee for accepting his nomination and inducting me into this year's class. As I've reflected on my career, I realized that none of this would have been possible without the love and support of many, many people around me. And I feel like this is really my time to recognize those people and give them thanks. So first, thank you to my Heavenly Father for just blessing me with the gift of running. As I look back, I can see where He placed me in the right place at the right time with the right people. And obviously without that, none of this would have been possible. To my family, my mom, my dad, my two brothers, Nick and Matt. Thank you for all your love and support over the years. My dad and my older brother are really the ones that got me started on this journey when I was in 4th grade. And my mom is really the one that kept me on this journey with all of her love and support and encouragement throughout the years, especially, when I was a senior about to start college and was just ready to hang it up. And she encouraged me to just give it 1 year, and then I could decide after that if I really wanted to walk away. So without her and her encouragement, we wouldn't be here today. To my coaches in middle school, high school, and college, Just thank you for all your support. My Newaygo Middle School coaches, I only got to spend a year with you, but you really laid the foundation for my career and shared your passion of running. So thank you to Coach Carr, Coach Anderson, and Mr. Burke. To my Marinette coaches, Coach Brown, Coach Siddick, Coach Lianis, Coach Rauch, and Coach Plomis, you really instilled the team first mentality within your programs, and I carried that with me throughout my career. To my Oshkosh coaches, Coach Williams and Coach Pakula, you finally got me in the weight room, which I had been avoiding for years, but that was definitely a big part of my step forward in my career, and I am just so thankful to have had you and your guidance on our strength and conditioning programs. To Coach Zoop, while you weren't directly my coach, you were always there to lend an ear and just offered me support and friendship throughout the years. Coach Deb, what can I say? To me, you are the best Division III women's coach. I feel just so blessed to have had you guide me throughout my career. I know that you are one of the, if not the biggest reason for the success that I was able to have during college. Along with just being an amazing coach, you're a tremendous role model, friend, and mentor, and I cherish the friendship that we've had since we first met, probably when I was about 14 or 15 years old. To my teammates at both Marinette High School and at Oshkosh, just thank you for all of your support. At Marinette, again, my teammates really instilled the team first mentality, and I have some of my best memories with those teammates. So thank you to Christian Slice, Lindsay Schreffer, Jessica Qualman, Bridget Anderson, Lisa Anderson, Jenny Shavy, Trina Watson, Emily Pokinghorn, Kelly Harold, and so many more, along with the boys team. We had a lot of fun, and I will cherish those memories for the rest of my life. To my Oshkosh teammates, you guys really helped me take that step forward, through the workouts and our runs together. Jackie Munoz and Sarah Holowinski, really, my sophomore year, our runs together, our workouts together, our race plans together. You were really the reason why I took that step forward that year, and that carried on into the track season. So thank you so much. It was a lot of fun that year. Sue Hardkey, Jesse Marks, just such wonderful memories, winning our first NCAA title on the DMR. Jenny Grafe, Annette Pufall, Rosa Alvarez, Rachel Tiedrick, thank you so much for helping me keep my sanity my senior year of cross country. We always did our 8-mile Bayshore loop on Tuesday, and you just offered me great conversation, helped take the weight of the world off of my shoulders. And I just really appreciated you during that time. And to my other teammates, Katie Iserman, Amanda Williams, again, thank you so much for your support throughout the years. To my competitors, I can remember looking on Raceberry Jam each week to see how everybody did and where the performances stacked up, and you really helped me push through some difficult workouts, knowing that I had just such amazing competitors that I would have to face. So Leah Juneau, Jessica Dober, Megan DeMott, Kara Kamenacher, Missy Buttrey. It was an honor to run against you. Missy, you just really reset the bar for Division III women's running, and while I may not have appreciated it as much at the time, you're just a tremendous competitor, had wonderful sportsmanship, and just a beautiful soul, and I appreciate having had the opportunity to run against you and getting to know you over the years. To my medical team, I had quite the injuries throughout my career, and You just really helped me work through them, kept me on the cross-country course and on the track. So thank you to Mark Hewson, Melissa M.J. Johnson, Wade Peterson, Dr. Evan and his nurse Pat. Without you, I don't know, I probably would have redshirted more than one season. Lastly, I'd just like to thank my family, my husband Josh. You are my best friend and the love of my life, and we've had a lot of fun, a lot of adventures, a lot of laughs, and I'm just so thankful to be doing this life with you. To our kids, Alyssa, Quinn, and Eli, dream big, and whatever your passions lay, whether that's in sports or art or drama or school or your career or music, whatever it is, dream big, work hard, and just know that your dad and I will support you in whatever you decide. We will be your biggest cheerleaders, your #1 fans, and we love you more than all the infinity. Thank you for giving us the greatest blessing and bringing us just a lot of joy in our lives. Lastly, congrats to the other Hall of Fame inductees. Thank you.